Sorry, y'all. I was over here getting it in. I was over here having a good time getting it in, like the little intro music made me be like mm, mm, what's up, y'all? What's good? What is up? What's up? What's up, y'all? We are here to talk all things insecure. I cannot do this by myself, so I got to bring my people up. Let me bring my people up. Hey, really me. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, what's up? Sorry.
Oh, because you was like real silent, like, oh.
No. I got a situation going on with my water bottle. My water's overflowing.
Your water is over. I'm not gonna go with any of the double entendres that I can go with that. None of the puns that we could do. We're not gonna do that. And we have Darren on his way. You know, black people got it black.
Darren on his way. He said he on his way.
Niggas is I go nigga. Okay, that's what they gonna do. But we have another special guest, and y'all listen. Y'all better. Can I get some shout outs in the chat because we have a beautiful guest that's about to come on and talk with us and party with us today, and y'all show us some love and show us a good time. I ain't got to introduce really people, but I want to introduce y'all to a really great YouTuber. She's another reviewer. She reviews Insecure. She's a great person. She's out of the great state of Texas that is governed by Governor Hot Wheels, who we talk about a lot over here. Governor Hot Wheels, we talk about him a lot. But anyway, on out the politics at all. But she's a beautiful black queen out of Houston. And y'all say hello to my girl, Camray.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey.
I'm excited. Let's get into this thing.
Yes. Yeah. Let me say hi to my people in the chat. Hey, Abby. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Miss Trisha P. B.R. Bird. Jeff, what's going on? Jeff, don't you come in here with your foolishness. Don't you come in here with your Beehive Beyonce mess today, okay? We're not doing this with you today, Jeff.
Lord, Jeff.
Pray for him, Camray. This is the one who thinks that.
I might be with Jeff. I might be with
No.
Jeff.
Jeff seems to think that Beyonce is a greater entertainer than Michael Jackson, and that Beyonce would kill Mariah Carey in the verses. And we're working on him.
Okay.
Yeah. See, exactly. We're working. It's okay. Hey, KER Vixen. Hey, Devo. Hey, little baby, where you been? You been booed up with your boo? That's why you.
Little baby been working. She said at the holidays. She said that she was gonna be MIA during the holidays. She said that.
Child, I ain't see her and Nappy Child. I gotta go put a bolo out on Nappy Child.
You know what? Now that's who Where is Nappy Child?
I'm gonna text her when we get off and see where she's at. All right, so. Insecure. So we'll start off, we'll talk about the series finale, and then we'll venture off into the series as a whole. So let me go. Wait, hold on. Let me go get my notes so I remember what happened. I can't count on really be. So gotta get my own notes. God.
I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like that was a dig. I feel like
it wasn't. I love you. Down.
You can count on me, but you might not be able to count on me for the names.
Right. No, that is for damn sure. All right. So we had the series finale. It was called Everything Gonna Be Okay. Yeah. Oh, so Jeff said he caught up on Insecure, and so he ready for y'all. I mean, if you
there'll be no Beyonce mentions today, so that's fine.
Huh?
He said there'll be no Beyonce mentions today, so that's good.
Okay. Let me know if you want to come up. I might let you up here again. You know. Try not to ruffle too
Tracy
many.
said, "I'm just here to drag Casserole." Now, see, Casserole won't even in this episode.
She wasn't. Because was not in this episode, and so we'll have
Cotton Candy.
Who was
Candy
that?
Coat the Raindrops.
Oh.
Condoleezza Rice.
Oh Lord! Oh, contraception.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm tracking now. I'm tracking.
Constellation.
Anything but a constellation prize. Yes,
Composition book. You know, she's been everything. I think I called her Car Conversations one time.
Oh Lord!
Condom Reservoir on a review.
Yeah, she wasn't present. Just a
mess. Well, we'll talk about her when we get to the whole series roundup. Because she did play an intricate and pivotal role in the path of the show. So we gotta eventually, discuss her. So we had this episode. And okay, let me preface by saying for me, we like to give grades in the beginning, but for me, they just tried to make everything just nice and rosy and flowery, and everything is gonna be all good and nice. And oh dear God, not that she called her candy necklace and call her ID. I'm not doing this.
Not call her ID though.
Dear God, little baby. So really, B, your grade for this episode. Oh God, here we go. I know this is where you go. I know.
It was an A for me. I needed that in my life. Like, I was so nervous. I was so worried. I needed that. And I know that most of y'all don't agree with me, and that's okay. That's okay.
No. You probably gonna have a lot. Oh, speaking of it, Darren, you ready? Put a thumbs up if you're ready, Darren. Hey, Darren.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, D?
All right, microphone.
Jeff, you said if you wanted to come on. Hey, Lamone, with the arms. Wait, Lamone, why did you change your picture? And where are the
Lamone,
guns?
what's up, boo?
Lamone, I expect to see the guns, in your picture.
Hello, Lamone.
Oh, come on, mic number 2.
Yes.
Why? Everybody with their mics. That's what I'm gonna get myself.
I ain't on.
That was my Christmas gift, so I gotta.
I don't even have a mic, so I need to buy a mic for myself for my birthday. Okay.
Period.
That's gonna be my birthday gift to myself for my.
That's gonna be your birthday gift to yourself. There you go.
Hold on, let me center myself because
I'm the only one out of place. All y'all making me feel, but don't be stunting on me. This is my channel, dear God.
Oh.
That's the flex. That's the real flex right there. Come on, host. Come on, host.
He said that old pic was old.
Anyway, really, B, you gave it an A. Darren, you're great.
Really? You gave it an A?
Listen, really, B is gonna take us down the road of flowers and roses.
Love
and,
wins.
all of this stuff, girl. It's just
I mean, it was mid at best.
a grade, sir. I need a grade, sir.
A grade. Ooh. Okay, I'll give it like a 70. Like
a 70.
Yeah.
Okay. 70 out of Camry. What do you give it, my love? Oh, Darren Green, meet Camry. She's a wonderful reviewer with us here on YouTube.
Hi.
Hello. Nice
And
to meet
Darren
you.
is a podcaster and a TikTok star over there.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Lamone, I have watched Harlem. Am I going to review it? I can, but I just wanted to watch it and just enjoy it, but I can.
Yes, dude.
If enough people tell me. I did enjoy it. I did. What? Look, I'm not going to even lie. I can't even make this up. I just realized that when I wrote my notes for this, I wrote Insa curse. I don't know if y'all can see that. I didn't even realize. Oh my, no.
Well, we know your grade must be low.
No, this was literally before the episode even started. It was just as I was getting ready to, I was watching the episode, I was writing down. I'm sorry, Camry, what is your grade, my love?
So I think I could see an A after watching the documentary. I could be talked into an A, but I'm sitting at a B plus, A minus.
I could take that. I'll take an A. I'll take a B plus.
The documentary was good. Now the documentary was good. That was really good.
I think that added to it and made me understand why we went.
Abby, can you take care of your friend from overseas? I ain't worried. Abby will take care of the trolls. I'm not worried about that. Anyway,
what were you saying? The documentary. What were you saying?
I think the documentary kind of put that little specialness on it where I understood the full picture. But if I didn't see the documentary, we would have been sitting at a B minus.
I still take a B minus. I accept a B minus.
Okay.
I give it a 68.
Oh Lord!
Wow. I mean, at least I gave her a C, like a just passing here and there. Yeah, I mean.
Why?
But they already knew, hey Xavier, that I was going to go down this road because
because he didn't want them to. He didn't want Lawrence and Ethan to get back together.
and Lawrence end up to get back together, it's gonna be.
I knew that. Yeah, he didn't want Issa and Lawrence back together. So
I'm a member of the Lawrence Hive, and no true member of the Lawrence Hive wanted this.
But Lawrence wanted it. So shouldn't you want what Lawrence wants?
That's not what Lawrence wanted. That's what the
That
writers
is
in the
what Lawrence wanted. He tried it. He
right.
he had the Hoochie Mama on his birthday. He tried it with Cotton Candy, Sweet and Gold. Let me see you Tootsie Roll. It didn't work.
Yeah, and she did too. She was with all kind of fine men as well.
Okay.
She did have a cornucopia of finance men.
Right.
Like that's what pisses me off about Issa. Like she has a real embarrassment of riches that we'll get here when we talk about the show in general. But she has an embarrassment of riches. No individual person is talking to that many fine ass men back to back.
That's not true.
There's gonna be some clunkers in there.
Some clunkers. Well, she had the security dude.
Yeah.
She did have TSA Bay. She did have it.
She had.
I don't know what that was about. I was like, ew.
Clunker.
That was the clunker. Yeah, that did make it real.
Yeah, TSA Bay was. See, that's what I'm saying. Like everybody got one. Everybody got one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think I've seen it coming. Lawrence and Issa getting back together. It was.
Oh, I knew they were going to do that, but I'm gonna talk about that when I talk about the end of this.
That's not why I feel like I gave it a C, because that's I just felt like everything was just. I mean, I get it. Everything has to come together and everything, but everything just seemed a little too like.
It was too rosy. Too. Oh, we're just gonna fit. Especially.
Yeah.
And my thing is, it was so rushed. Like we knew. We kept talking leading up to this end. How are they going to end all of this? This shit is going to be real rushed. Nothing's going to be flushed out. You just going to say, here's the ending. Here's the ending. Here's the ending. Here's the ending. Get over it. And that's kind of what happened. And the writer.
No, I think they gave us. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, yeah. Well, let's break down each part. We start off. Nathan's dropping off Issa after the going away party for Tiffany and Derek or whatnot, and they break up. He basically tells her, "Listen, like I've been saying the entirety of this season, she's toxic, and she's triggering for him. She's very toxic, and she was. He said that. He said it, but she was triggering. I can't do this no more. This got to be over." Y'all thoughts on that? Because I was with Nathan on that.
So did you see on his face, like, am I the only one that felt like he wanted her to fight for him? Like she was just like, okay. Like he kind of was looking like,
no, she was telling him to come in the house, and she was begging him so that they could talk. No, I disagree. She was begging him, like, please, Nathan, let's go talk about it, please. And he was like, yeah, nah, I'm gonna have to step back from this. I don't know. I feel like, I don't
think Nathan was really done. Like I felt like, like you said.
I don't think, and I think that was out for Issa, because Issa been looking for an out. Let's just be clear. The entirety of this season, we have seen time and time again, she's been looking for a way out. She's been looking. She's been looking.
I still wish, and I know this is just me, y'all, I still wish that we had gotten that one scene that all of us thought happened that didn't happen, because it would have made a lot of this make sense. Because I think in the beginning, Issa was all in on Nathan. But I think if we had gotten that one scene where Issa saw Lawrence at the birthday party with Condoleezza Rice, and then it would have made sense that she had that whole breakdown in the bed where she was like, I thought I was over it, but she had just seen Lawrence and what she thought was a happy family. I feel like that would have made so much more make sense, but I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know where the turning point was. I don't know.
I think I don't respect the fact that she didn't have a conversation with her dude before they just collided at this party. Like she should have prepped Nathan a little bit. Like, yeah, he's back in town. Like, I've been thinking your voice is his. Like, she would be avoiding real conversations. And then when they're at the party, it blows up all in her face. And I'm just like, Issa, you could have prevented this and didn't.
Yeah. And now, I agree with that. I do think she should have let Nathan know Lawrence is in town and he probably going to be at this party. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree with that.
I feel like Nathan is just a collection of broken hearts. along the way that Issa has been putting as trophies on her mantle. I'm just saying, because Issa, like you all said, could have prevented this. She could have. This could have been prevented. Issa was, when he said, "I can't do this," that was her out. To me, yes, she cried because he probably was laying down some good pipe. He probably, and so when you be over there with the snot bubbles, it ain't so much that the love is going. It's so much. Damn, I ain't gonna take no more.
Oh, hello.
Have you in the bed rocking back and forth like shit. Damn, like you be needing that fix, like it just be calling me, man. It just be calling, man. Yeah. Because you know the like Social Jeff just said, you know that psychopene be that junk that change your whole world. It make you kind of psycho.
That's psychopene.
Just saying.
You know, on that note.
You know what I just heard in my head? Remember, or you might be too young for the Dairy Green, but remember, or Married with Children when they used to have the little thing, Psycho Dad, Psycho Dad, Psycho Dad. Remember Psycho Dad with Al Bundy on Married with Children? Psycho
I never
Dad.
looked at Married with Children.
Never watched Married with Children?
That's not my kind of humor. I don't find that shit funny.
You never watched Married with Children?
Yeah, no, I don't know what that is.
Oh boy, listen.
Wait a minute, you don't even know what it is, Darren. You've never heard. Now listen, I know the show.
No.
Even in reruns, Darren.
What time period is this? Is it 90s?
Yeah, 90s.
Yeah.
Bundy. That's how Christina Applegate became a star.
Not Christina Applegate. No, I don't know that show.
Wow.
Before he was on, what's the show he's on ABC? The
Modern Family.
Modern Family. Before he was on that, he was Al Bundy, and he's still to me with Al Bundy on Modern Family.
He was Al Bundy on Modern Family.
Al Bundy on Modern Family.
He just was a rich Al Bundy.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I said from the beginning when they was on that hilltop deciding that they was gonna be together, that they shouldn't have been together. So when they broke up, I was here for it. And what I was hoping for, what I was sincerely hoping for at that moment, remember she went in the house, she was all gloom and doom, gloom is me. Thank you so much, Quintessential, for your cash out. And so she was like, I thought she was going to be lonely for the rest of the season and they were going to end the show and she wasn't going to have nobody. She was going to be broken hearted and lonely and having to live with being a boss bitch and be, and not necessarily have a man to, have to, hang on to.
Or in love with herself.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I thought she was just going to choose her. I would have been okay with that. But no, they couldn't give me that. But we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Molly comes over the next morning after she cried her eyeballs out. Molly came over the next morning with liquor. I think she had effing vodka, didn't she? I think it looked like.
I don't remember, but it was a liquor bottle, but I don't remember.
It looked like effing vodka, and the fact that the alcoholic in me can identify liquor by the bottle. But and she was here to try to help eat. She had food and liquor. And so Issa was like, I don't really feel like, eating nothing or whatever. And then we get to a bunch of flash forwards. And that's why they brought up the whole, we need to celebrate each other's birthdays.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing of them getting us prepared for what was to come. And so the first flash forward we had is Molly's birthday party. When Torian's family came and Molly's mom was still alive and Molly's family was there, the co-workers were there and everything. Now, and we find out that Kelly has a boyfriend named Desmond, who's played by James Bland. Who I found out James Bland directed this episode.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
James Bland directed this episode. Love James. I've actually met him in person a couple times at a homecoming, at a family homecoming. Anyway, but if you don't know him, really, did you go do your homework and watch Giants like I told you to? No, you did not.
Giants.
I told you he was in Giants, and I say go watch Giants. It's a really good show. It's on YouTube. Really good show on YouTube. Good like Insecure is good. Anyway, and it's on Issa Rae's channel. But that's her her new boyfriend. Now, here's my question: was this not too? With every one of these flash forwards, there was. Well, not everyone, but this one seemed just so okay. Everything's gonna be nice and rosy and good and everything, and especially with the Molly story, except for the death of her mom, they just and we knew that her mom eventually was probably gonna die. I thought Kelly was gonna die, but they just flushed this out real fast. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of my.
I don't think so. I think what a lot of people, even I'm reading people in the chat, I think what a lot of people are not taking into consideration is that we did a lot of time jump. So, for example, I don't think it's when you think about the fact that Molly really took that year at the beginning of this season when they had that 1 year time jump. Molly really took that year to get to know her and to be happy with who she was and meditate and not date and really did the work. Like, I know that's cliche, but I feel like what we're seeing is the manifestation of Molly really doing the work.
Yeah.
Well, and so when somebody says, somebody said, well, they rushed the whole thing with her and Torian. Not really. If you take into consideration that her and Torian knew each other for 2 years before they started dating, because we have all last season where they didn't like each other. And then we have the year that we did the time jump with Molly working on herself and not dating. And then they didn't get married until a year after they started dating. It really wasn't that rushed.
A marriage, though? I don't know.
I have to disagree because everything was rushed here in the season finale because they tried to introduce new storylines in the freaking final season.
Now that we've already talked about. I agree with you.
No, but what I'm saying is all of this stuff was dragged out. And even up to last week's episode, we didn't see a whole lot of stuff even coming to finality in a lot of these storylines. So now we're in the series finale, and you just gotta, oh, this is the end. Oh, this is the end. This is the end. And so that's why people can say, nah, that was rushed. Nah, y'all just gonna force this on us without really flushing this out. And we know that they can do that, and they're better than this.
Yeah.
We've already. I agree. I mean,
I said it on TikTok the other day when I was talking about it. Right after I got done the show, I was like, "Look, this is almost like when you're doing a 15-page paper at your high school, and you on the 15th page, and then you start saying some dumb shit just to close it out." I'm like, what?
Like just trying to close it, like.
Well, I think too, like it could have been framed better with timestamps. Like they didn't even have, like 1 year later, 2 years later. The birthdays was cool, but somewhere around the fourth time lapse, you're like, okay, what year?
How long is
it? Lawrence child look grown, Tiffany child look grown. Like, what year is it? We don't even know. And then they finally put in a 1 year later, but I'm like, from when? From when? So that could have framed it better so that we understood, like, okay, this is the year of growth. This is the year, whatever it is. Because even that year that Issa supposedly took from Lawrence, it didn't seem like she had did too much growing from that year that he dropped her off from the airport and now she's supposed to be moving on with Nathan. I'm like, why is it that you so triggered when you see Lawrence then? If it's been a whole year.
Because that's true love.
She's kind of time. I was like, that's my thing. When I was watching the episode, and I did watch it again a second time. I watched it the first time just for me. Then I watched it a second time so I could do my review. After the first round, wow, Catch Me Out was underwhelming. It catch me out. I knew Torian had to propose to her at some point. We didn't even get a goddamn proposal. Let's just be clear.
Was it that surprise that Issa was saying?
Probably.
She had like wavy hair.
I think it happened during the second birthday we saw of her. That's why I think. Remember the second one where they said not? They were like, no. Torian said he gonna do this birthday. This birthday belongs to him. I think maybe, but in my mind, I like to think that, especially with the grand style that they had the wedding in, that Torian would have had an engagement that would have involved everybody And maybe it did so that she could be surprised and they could just were telling her that. But we didn't even get that moment. Like I would have loved to have seen, and that wouldn't have took too long from the episode. Like you could have did that in a minute or two, just at least shown like the engagement. Because next thing we saw, but we're fast forward. I'm sorry. Her mom is there. Everybody's there. She's nervous about meeting the family. The co-workers are there, so they're officially a couple. Because he's the partner at this point. And I, like you said, Cameron, I don't even know how long this was the fast forward. Like how many months was this the fast forward from where we left off? Like, I don't even know what Molly's birthday is. What time of year her birthday is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
because then that too would bring into question, well, how long did Issa let it go before she spoke to Nathan or Lawrence? You see what I'm saying? She just didn't speak to them at all. She just let it go there.
Well, we know so from the time of wherever Molly's birthday is, we know we go a whole year because we circle back around to Molly's birthday again.
Right. But what I'm saying is, if you go to Issa'S birthday, which is the next one after Molly's birthday, I don't know how long Issa'S birthday is after Molly's.
No, I agree. We don't have a timeline, but I'm just saying we know at least. We technically know it's at least 2 years from where Issa breaks up with Nathan to the wedding. Because we know that we circle around to Molly's birthday, which is at least a year.
We don't know it's 2 years. We know it's probably.
No, listen what I'm saying. We know it's 2 years because we know we circle around to Molly's birthday, which would be a year. Right? We see 2 Molly birthdays, right?
But what I'm saying is, we don't know how much time. We can't say definitively 2 years because we don't know.
At least is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is at least is what I'm saying. Because we circle around Molly's birthday a whole year, and then when that same day that Issa's talking to Molly is the day that she invites Lawrence over to her office, and we know that that's a year later because we see after they kiss in the office, then we do another year time jump. So I understand what you're saying. We don't know definitively, but we know it's at least a 2-year window that we see. That's all I'm saying.
It could have been a little bit more clear.
I agree.
We have a lot of each one of these moments in this last episode were big moments that could have and should have been, like even that first portion with Nathan and Issa. That's a big moment. You know what I'm saying? Where that really could have been a whole episode or 3 unto itself. The whole Molly Torian situation was rushed and not flushed out. And even if you telling me Molly has grown, I'm glad that Molly has grown. But the one part of Molly that's still there, Molly is still a professional, and Molly is still the one who is very meticulous about, I need to see where this goes. I need to make sure this is done right. She's very meticulous about how she goes about doing things and attaching herself to things. That hasn't gone away. And so my thing about it is, even the Molly and Torian thing, even though I love Torian, the more I saw him, the more I liked him. Just kind of sped through. I don't know.
It just feels like
I wanted to see with them. Okay.
It feels like the last episode, the theme changed from like these relationships to now we back to Issa and Molly, like that love story. Like it was so intricate before, like about each dude and like the rigmarole between each relationship. And then the last one was just like this focus on just Molly and Issa's growth and their growth together. Like all the relationships just felt sped through.
Now that especially,
I mean, even with
go ahead.
No, even with Issa and Lawrence, like at the end of the day, like it seemed like, and I don't mean to go ahead, but like she see everybody else doing their thing, everybody with their man. All right, let me call Lawrence. Let me piece things up with him. Like, is that what you really want to do? I want Issa to do what she really wants to do, and it doesn't. Well, I don't know. Maybe she did.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I was, but we can talk about this. We'll talk about that when we get to the end of this episode. But I was just feeling the same way, like, girl. All right, so we go to Issa's birthday party. We find out she chose Crenshaw instead of MBW. She chose Crenshaw. They had this surprise birthday party for her. Amal is there. I gotta always mention Amal because I love me some Amal. Hey, Amal. Hey,
listen. that Amal Kelly, and he was Kelly
Listen,
made it so, and Amal was like, when
when
he
she
hit her with
slapped that
the,
shot,
you were proud of that, you proud of that. Oh, I was done.
listen, when she slapped that shot out of his hand, baby, when I tell you I would have cocked back and slapped the shit out of her,
Ooh.
you're not gonna commit alcohol abuse like that.
Mm-mm.
It was funny to me, but I love their relationship. And she did she ever? Yeah, she did get birthday ping. She did get birthday ping. But Nathan comes, and I agree with you, Cameron. When Nathan came, we have no idea how much time has passed
Mm-hmm.
between the breakup and when Nathan came. Because to me, it seemed like Issa was real bothered by the fact that Nathan was fine and okay. Because when she asked how everything was doing, he was like, I'm great. Everything's good. Here's some money from the barbershop. I ain't went nowhere. I ain't moved nowhere. I'm great. Everything is good. And I think she expected for him to still kind of be like, nah, shit just been crazy. But he was, and you could see she was like, oh, everything is good. You don't regret it. Nah, I ain't got no regrets. We good over here.
Right.
No regrets. Girl, what?
Okay, that's the thing too. Like, he probably realized, tapped into some self-love and was like, she really had me in some crazy stuff. Like, I didn't need all that. Like, I loved her, but I ain't need all that for my life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think, again, going back to what we saying about her not fighting, they did make reference to the fact that she did try to call him, and he didn't return her phone call. So I don't think it's that she didn't fight for him. I just think that what he said in the car, when he said the voice has been in the back of my head all along and I've been ignoring it, I think he just decided we should have just stayed friends. Like we were never supposed to go back down this road. And I think that's that voice that was in the back of his head from the beginning telling him, this not your move. You know
But
what I'm
do
saying?
you think he made that decision based on her having her slip just hanging all out there? Because I feel like if she would have tied up all that nonsense with Lawrence, then he would have felt more comfortable with the relationship, starting the relationship with her. But it was like she just seemed so wishy-washy. Like,
Yeah.
She was real. And see, she was supposed to, if she didn't want to be with Lawrence, she should have really let it be known with Lawrence and say, bruh, this ain't gonna happen. But
yeah.
she sat there and entertained that foolishness last episode. And I guarantee you, Nathan probably heard the entirety of that conversation. And it probably got to a point where he was like, bruh, what's going on here? Because she literally sat there and was falling for the sauce instead of saying, nah, bro, I'm good. I got Nathan. Because remember, Lawrence had been coming at Nathan's throat about the barbecue, which was about Issa'S huge. Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. If they would have had a nice little pep talk at the house, then Nathan would have been prepped. Like, he'd have been, I got me in mind.
Right.
Right.
I think that was a big thing. But
Yeah.
again, for me, I feel like, because to me, it goes back to the day at the beach when he was in the car with his boys, and he was like, nah, Issa is wishy-washy. Like, she don't know what she want. When he said it's been a voice in the back of my head, I think that's what it's been all along. Like, I don't think, they were happy when they were happy, but I think that there was always that voice in the back of his head telling him she not all in.
And let's be clear, Nathan is the one who got them in this. Remember, Issa didn't go to Nathan for the relationship. When they was on the top of that little ravine or the top of that hill or whatever, after they left from Offset party or whatever party, Jason Derulo's party.
Jason Derulo.
I don't know how I got Offset, but anyway.
I was about to say, where Offset come from?
All right.
Jason Derulo's party, it was Nathan that said, hey, we should try this and we should do this. It wasn't Issa. Now, I will say that it was Nathan. So, and I think Issa, kind of like what Darren was saying, I think Issa just wanted to be not the only odd man out. Everybody doing all of their thing. Everybody got a boo, having kids, getting married. I don't want to be the odd man out. So let me get a man so I don't seem like the lonely bitch who always got to be a third wheel or a fifth wheel.
See, I just see it differently, but go ahead.
I mean, but then again, she did have like she had like a little, something that dude, whoever that, I don't even know his name. Molly,
The little greasy one with the nice body.
not the greasy one. Okay, yeah, him.
I don't have on Instagram. His name is Chris F.
Yeah,
I
he
found him on Instagram. What?
I mean, he ain't no.
Yeah. Well,
I just think I don't know.
okay, oh wait, I did put this in my note. They was playing this song called "Eat the Cake" on that goddamn birthday party for Issa.
Yeah.
That shit was jamming.
They playing Jocelyn too. I was like, "Oop, all right."
Yeah,
They
yeah,
did
yeah.
Jocelyn.
Do it like Shelby Day. Do it like Shelby Day.
She
They
get
did
So did play Jocelyn. I said, you better go ahead, Miss Hosleen.
Hernandez because she got to be because she's the whole first. Okay, come on, Hopefully.
well.
Anyway, we also found out here this is where Molly got Kelly to agree to join her firm. Remember, she told her, "Hey, I talked to the partners. They're going to add a whole estate division, and you go come work here." Because she was like, "I got to go, check out for the white people." They were like, "No, come over here with us." And I love that's one thing that kind of like went under the radar, but we didn't highlight enough. The fact that there was this whole ass black law firm where all black people, all successful, doing the goddamn thing that Molly worked for. And we could talk about that when we talk about the episode in general. Like, there's always these spotlights of all of this blackness and these black, entities that made it great. And and so she was like, "Nah, come over here, work for us. We got a spot for you." And Kelly did eventually come. So I was glad about that. We did get that. But Easter birthday party. Where was Crenshaw?
I think they said something about why he wasn't there. They mentioned it, but I mean, it was like a blurb though.
Maybe he was. I think they
he
said
was down in Louisiana. He was filming.
It's
Somebody,
He was in St. Joe.
Yeah. During that party, I was live on TikTok, react like watching it as with my listeners and stuff like that. But like they were saying, "Oh, Masika's in there." I'm like, "Masika who? Masika Kalisa?"
Where?
Masika from Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah,
she was at the party.
At the party, I don't know. Maybe somebody was willing because there was a couple people that's in my comments. They was like, "Oh yeah, you see Masika?" I'm like, "I don't see Masika who."
But I know Masika's face well enough to be able to say, "Oh, that's Masika." So
I don't know her well enough either.
She was one of Molly's brother's baby mamas, right?
Really?
And one of
the you know what? Maybe she was.
She might have been. I don't know.
Why would you have her in there and not give her like a moment? You get
she was
what I'm
the one
saying?
that was a stripper, right? Wasn't she the one that was like an ex stripper? She wore them clear heels to the mama house.
She had the heels on the couch. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
She doesn't stand out the crowd, honey.
She ain't like
if I had to choose between the light skinned boy at the bar and then the brown skinned boy that she ended up with, I probably would have chose the light skinned boy. The light skinned boy seemed a little cuter than the brown skinned boy, but the brown skinned boy looked like he had better birthday peen. So maybe I probably would have. I would have had the light skinned boy in the bathroom while we're there and took the brown skinned boy home for a longer session. The bathroom session is a real quick, and you just boom, 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 and you go. Okay. But when you take home, you do a couple hours with.
And she wasn't paying neither one no mind. Not enough. She spilled something on one and was distracted by the other.
Mm-hmm.
She was still in love with Lauren.
True love, right?
Lauren was not there. This was Nathan. This was the whole Nathan. You and this whole in love with Lauren. You would not let it go.
He was in love, like yeah. Mm-mm.
At this point, Lawrence was not.
That's how love work, y'all. That's how love be working.
I'm telling you, if they would have did another season, I don't think Lawrence and they would have issues. Like,
oh my god!
I'm trying to tell you, you know how this is.
I feel like I'm jumping, but I mean, a lot of her answers just weren't concrete enough for me.
Yeah.
Like, are you ready to be a stepmom? That's a huge commitment. What's this dynamic between you and Condola? Like she just so insecure, and I know by the end she's supposed to be secure now, I guess, but I don't feel like a lot of
Not
those
believable.
answer.
It,
But I
it
do
very
feel
much.
like it left the door open, like they could do a 10-year reunion or a movie or something.
Well, you know
Mhm.
that's what Yvonne said on her Instagram. She was like, it's been real. And she posted pictures from the finale. She was like, see y'all at the 10-year reunion. Like she said
But
that.
I said on my review,
Not 10, come on, give us 2.
that they're gonna have some kind of reunion or something, and and it's gonna be supposed to be the wedding. And right before they get married, Issa gonna end up saying, "Nah, Lawrence, I can't do this," and end up with Daniel or
Daniel.
something. You know what I'm saying? Because
But
that's what Issa
you know
does.
what?
Stupid
I
shit.
think
I
this
will
is a
write Issa
conversation.
personally if she does some shit like that.
But I think this is a conversation we had at the beginning of all of this, and I really don't remember. But I think we had this at the beginning of the season. Like, do we think that had it not been for the Rona, would this have been the final season? And was it rushed as the final season? Because we remember it got delayed because of Rona. And then when it came back, it was like, oh, Insecure is coming back for its 5th and final season. And it was like, wait a minute, when did what? It is like it almost makes you, at least for me from the very beginning, it made me wonder, was this intentionally the last season, or was this some sort of situation between Issa and HBO? Not in a bad way, but just in a, we know that she's signed this big deal with, like, she was ready to close this chapter so she could focus on her new deal with HBO. Because again, I will agree that the whole season was rushed. It definitely did not play like this was an intentional final season.
Yeah.
Until like the last 3 episodes.
I mean, now seeing that the last episode, I think that this kind of was planned, because we see that it did try to make a conclusion. Like it tried to conclude.
Yeah, by the end. But I mean, in the beginning, like even with them introducing Molly, like we wasted a whole episode. No disrespect, but we wasted a whole episode on Molly Mama in the hospital. That was a whole wasted episode that we could have been focusing on some of these other storylines that we needed. You introduced something that was unnecessary.
Even to me, the Crenshaw MBW part at the end, we didn't flush that out. We don't have any real, you know what I'm saying? Like it's I don't, let me get back on track. Okay, back on track.
Right.
We fast forward to Tiffany's birthday. All of the girls go to Denver. Tiffany said, I don't like this place. I don't like this shit.
We knew it.
Issa got a boyfriend. We found out Issa got a boyfriend. Issa and Molly is in there talking. She sees Lawrence and has this whole moment, and Molly asks the question, if Nathan had never interrupted, what the fuck would you have said to Lawrence? And she had to be open, and that's why I say Nathan probably sat there and watched that whole interaction between Issa and Lawrence and was like, enough is enough. What the fuck y'all got going on? Raggedy bitches. Listen, because that's why I would have added that. What the fuck y'all got going on, old raggedy bitches? I probably would have added that on there for an extra stank on it. But
yeah, we know.
You know. And so that happened. So what did y'all think about that? What do y'all think she would have said had Nathan not interrupted?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's.
These that we're talking about.
I think she started to say what, she was like not here. And I feel like he was out of line and rude as hell for having the conversation there. Like,
absolutely.
You waited till Kendola left. You didn't say nothing while Kendola was there. You had lots of opportunities. You kept passing eyes at me, and then you was rude to my boyfriend. Like, ask me out for coffee or something. And then he only said something because Chad put the battery in his bag.
And we all know, let's be clear, that whole fight, I was like, now, Lawrence, you knew if them people weren't there. Let me know. I love Lawrence to death, but honey.
Lawrence don't give me about that life. And I don't think cannabis really played a part in it because I think because him and her are not together.
Yeah, that was never. Yeah,
I don't. I just don't think coconut oil would have played a part in what he was hell bent on doing that regardless. Regardless,
But do you think that he would have said something if Chad didn't say, "You always just letting stuff happen to you"? Like you
I
ain't
do
even
think
for it.
Chad made him go, bruh. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think Chad made it open his eyes to, bruh, yeah, you need to, you know, think about this.
I
But
agree, but I feel like, and again, I said this. I feel like all Chad did was do the same thing that Issa's subconscious did 2 episodes ago when she was had the whole vision down to the food truck with credit card telling her thank you for giving up, thank you for not fighting for him. Like I feel like it was the same thing. It just came in a different form. With Issa, it was her subconscious telling her that. With Lawrence, it was Chad, who is also his subconscious. Like I feel like it was the same conversation.
yeah, I mean, I can agree because when she had that whole thing with cup of noodles in her head
Mm.
and they was fighting and things, you knew that was her wrestling with whether or not she was going, be with Nathan or Lauren. So that's why I kept saying I don't think she fought for him.
Yeah.
Fought for Nathan. When Nathan said, I can't do this no more, you're toxic, I don't think she fought for him. I think she was just like, oh well, all right. I mean, she was sad, but it wasn't like we need to try to make sure.
Mm,
Mm-mm.
maybe, child, maybe.
Eh.
So then we find out that Molly's mom died. She gets the
Aw.
phone call from her brother Curtis. Her mom died. And that was a whole nother, like, there were so many moments, like, for that I kept saying. In the last one with Issa's birthday party, we didn't flush out the MBW versus Crenshaw decision. It was just like, oh, she chose Crenshaw. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole thing.
This
Even the
probably need
conversation
commercials.
between Nathan and Issa, we didn't flush that out. And now we have Molly's mom dying, and that was her mom died. We ain't get no funeral, we ain't get no nothing. Her mama dead. Moving on.
Which is why I think it was a waste to even introduce that as a storyline.
Yeah.
It didn't change anything. It didn't affect. The only thing it did was it introduced the whole storyline of Kelly finding her calling and joining. But that could have still. It didn't. We didn't need the near death experience for Molly to convince her parents to get serious about planning this. Like we didn't need that. It was so unnecessary.
Do you think that they allow those things to happen to show like the growth that happens in friendships, like death of parents or career decisions, or do y'all think that that's what was going on, like those themes?
Oh, I agree. I agree absolutely. But the problem is, it just got rushed. It wasn't flushed out.
Right.
That's
Right.
why. That's where I get to the grade that I gave, because you just said, oh, here's this, here's that, here's this, here's that. And the dots weren't necessarily all the way connected. It wasn't flushed out well enough. And a lot of this, you could have flushed out during the season, as opposed to waiting to at the end. Like, you could have had an episode, give me at least an episode on each one of these things as we are flushed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if you have the episode with Molly's mom, have the whole thing. Her mama died. They have the funeral and everything. And Molly goes off the grid for a while. We don't see her for an episode or two because Molly done been off the goddamn grid.
Right. Okay.
And that's the thing. Like I agree. Like that's a natural progression of relationships, especially in adulthood. I got that. But again, I feel like we had 10 episodes of 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Like you can't you can't throw everything in my opinion, and give it a full.
No, I agree, which is why I said maybe an episode for each of these major
I
topics.
feel like the Tiffany thing we never got fleshed out because again,
We
we left off with Tiffany not being happy. All we saw was her be pregnant. That don't mean she happy just because she got pregnant again. Did she ever find a job? Did she ever find a happy space with the baby? Like we left with Tiffany pouring out her heart, talking about how horrible Denver is, and we never went back to it.
And we can see, we already know she's mentally unstable at times. So it looked like she was pushing toward another meltdown over in Denver. Like, I thought that's where we were going. And then nothing, even on this episode, she talked at her birthday party about being unhappy, but then they never flushed that out. We see
Right.
them again.
We never even talked to Tiffany again. It was just
Never.
she was pregnant. Like all we saw was her being pregnant at Molly's wedding. That don't mean she happy just because her ass done got knocked up.
Right.
I mean, you know.
If anything, that should get worse. Look.
Yeah.
I just wanted with Molly in that situation, I wanted to grieve with her. I was like, I did. Like I was like, okay, it could have been like
I wanted a feud. I wanted snot bubbles coming. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to stay down and be having snot bubbles with Molly. Because Molly is my spirit animal. Mm-hmm. Me and Molly are kindred spirits. That's my spirit animal. Okay. So, but catch me out. Let me know if you want to come up and join the conversation. You can. I can have Really B send you the link. Because I'm going
to send you the link, boo. If you can come up, come on up. I'm going to send it to you now.
But so Molly's mom died. We had that whole situation, and they played this slow, depressing music in between the next flash forward. So I'm thinking we finna go to a funeral, and then we go to Lawrence's birthday. I was like,
yeah, and I thought she was calling to tell Lawrence.
I was like,
what's happening?
We're not gonna do nothing about the fact that your best friend's mama died. Like,
right.
Your best friend mama died. The one who you was over there taking care of her family because she had to go to the work retreat. Anyway, on Lawrence's birthday, Issa called Lawrence, right? Finally called Lawrence. Lawrence answers. And she wants to take Lawrence out to dinner. And Lawrence looked like he was about to say yes. But then Lawrence was like, nah, bro, I got plans. Sorry, boo. Sorry.
Why wouldn't he have plans? That annoyed me too. Why wouldn't he have plans for his birthday? And you
exactly. I was like that again, not only unnecessary but unrealistic. Like, I don't even think that even if Issa was going to try to find her way back in, that even Issa, as clueless as she could be at times, didn't think that, like, you had to know that wasn't a good idea. Right. Call him the day after his birthday. Call him the day before and say, hey, I know you probably have plans on your birthday, but let me take you to a pre-birthday dinner. Yeah. Or call you after and say, hey, I hope you had a great day yesterday. I didn't forget about you, but I figured you had plans. You want to go to brunch? Like, girl, he ain't heard from you in we don't even know how many damn months. We don't even know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
we don't even know.
I'm thinking, has it been 2 years and you ain't said nothing? I'm just
ain't heard.
And then out of the blue, me on my birthday, talk about let's go have lunch. Wait, what?
On my birth night.
Right, the night, not even earlier in the day. The night
So we knew what was going on.
The right time.
What? Girl, no, ma'am.
What you trying to do?
No.
Okay. Get your whole life in order. If you don't get your entire life in order,
sit down somewhere.
You should just be doing random shit. Like, she just does random shit. Like, it's like, I wonder if this is how she really does things. Like,
I really was sitting there like, girl.
Because I was thinking, how like, even if it was a sincere effort, like, how disrespectful. You're just gonna roll up on me, like, how disrespectful. I'm saying I got plans just on GP. Like take the romance out of it. Just take that out of it. If you're even just my friend and you call me up on the night of my birthday and say, hey girl, hey, I thought I would call and wish you a happy birthday and say, I want to take you out. And she said it like she was doing him a favor.
Right.
Take you out.
Right. Like he ain't have nothing else to do.
Right. Did you just remember 5 minutes ago it was my birthday?
Right. A mess. It's just so disrespectful.
So disrespectful.
Now we did find out that he got a boo thing too. Cute little girl. Cute little girl.
She just a
I thought it was that
she just a placeholder.
Temporary.
It ain't real.
Baby, can you take care of that troll? Did they take care of the troll in the chat? Little baby, can you make sure?
Took care of the troll. Jason in here. You know Jason don't play. Hold on, let me double check.
What troll?
The mods don't. The mods probably already took care. The mods don't fuck off. Listen, if I am the mod that have Katana Blaze and Really B's chat, Please be clear. My mods be ready. They all my mods about that life. They be like, nah, bro, we ain't doing it. So, anyway, so
Abby said he gone. Abby got him.
so then we get to Kelly's birthday. Okay, we flash forward to Kelly's birthday. Issa got another boyfriend. That's where she had the greasy one.
Mm.
I don't know why I'm calling that man greasy. But it was chocolate drop. Chocolate drop that was greasy.
That's cute.
Not the greasy.
We find out Kelly is pregnant from Desmond. And now, we got Amanda Seals' old raggedy ass. Y'all know how I feel about Amanda Seals, but not blonde.
No.
She looked real weird with this blonde, brown hair, this brunette hair that she had. Remember her and Derek kept asking, "How did you and Issa meet? How did you and Issa meet?" I was like,
it was giving Beyonce bangs. Ooh, let me stop.
Mm?
Look, this thing was like right here.
It was.
I mean, child, the Beehive's gonna get me.
Lord, let me get my stinger. Let me get my stinger together.
You know the Beehive. You know how they are in the Beehive. You know the Beehive can't stand me. They can't stand me. Them boys can't stand me. Anyway, that little baby said that's the Daniel knockoff. Okay.
He was giving Daniel though. He was
the low budget Daniel. Okay.
Mm.
The Dollar Tree version of Daniel. Generic brand version. Because when you try to replicate a good nuke, it ain't gonna happen the same way. You know, we do it as nukes, as men of Cap Alpha Psi. You can't replace us. We're irreplaceable.
Well, all right.
Dear God. Don't look at me sideways, really, B.
I said nothing.
Okay, because you probably had good frolics back at Bennett with a good nuke or two.
No, you know where my heart lies. So don't do me.
Well, we don't like them anyway. They ain't nobody.
Ooh.
Those young men ain't nobody.
Are they purple?
Oh dear God!
Yeah.
Don't agree with her, Camry. Do not.
Yeah.
Do not go down this road with her, Camry.
I already knew because it's purple and gold right up in here.
We're not gonna do this.
Woo!
We're not going on my channel, okay? Please.
Atomic Dog get me going every time. Yeah. Now wipe me down though. Now wipe me down.
Yeah, wipe me down. Yes,
not wipe me down.
Wipe me down and
Atomic Dog, not wipe me down.
Oh. Wipe me down and Candy.
Neither
just
one.
They shimmy it. Do I need to pull out my candy?
I mean, you can shimmy all you want.
Wait, you mean you said Candy, the singer Candy?
No, the song Candy.
It worked. No,
like, I know y'all not singing because no, I heard. Get me started on the Housewives, but anyway.
You thought we were talking about every man was a woman.
Every man was
no, there was a song that she did with Rashida. She was like, every time he beats a. I'm like, girl, what the heck? What you saying?
Oh Lord!
Y'all are stupid. Y'all are stupid.
She said that sound like a wounded sheep, though. When she said, okay, I'm going over the tangent.
All right. Y'all are dumb. We gotta find us another show so we can talk about it because y'all. Right. Okay, so
okay, I'm sorry. Before we do that, do you guys, Darren and Camry, do you guys watch the other scripted series? And I apologize, Camry, I'm gonna have to subscribe to your channel and get caught up on your content, boo. But they have that new show coming to own the Kings of Napa.
The Napa King thing.
Kings of Napa, whatever.
Yeah.
Now, the previews ain't making me jump. But it is on, and I do respect the own scripted series.
Me and Camry were saying before you came on that we just hope it's not another Our Kind of People. Like
Right,
every,
that's I'm with you. Hey, we right
our
here with
kind
that.
of people have
But I mean,
scared.
if y'all, I mean, we could talk offline about that. But I mean, if y'all want to maybe discuss that, let me, because I'm open. Because
Yeah.
I'm probably going to review it. I'm probably
Right.
going to
Do you
review it.
guys also? Do you guys? I wanted to ask too. Watch Euphoria. That's on HBO Max.
I do not watch you
You
for it.
don't.
I can get into it, but I have not seen it.
If
It's
it's
really
something
good.
that I got to go back and binge a couple of seasons, I'm
Yeah,
be
'cause
honest.
season
I
2's
probably
coming
don't
out.
have the bandwidth to get caught up. I don't. I have.
What season are you on?
Woo.
It's season 2 is coming out soon.
Oh.
I didn't see a lot of us.
Oh, hey, Kat.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi.
I was listening before I came on. Euphoria. The first season is really good. I didn't watch the little 2 special spinoffs they had. I haven't seen those yet. But
Yeah, spinoffs?
Oh, well, I think they had like a little story about Rue and then another one about that trans girl.
Oh shit, I didn't even see that.
Like special episodes. Yeah, I didn't see that, but I'm excited about the second season.
Yeah, I am too, because they said it's supposed to get darker.
Really?
Yes. I'm like, how dark could we get?
Yeah.
Well, Kat said that Euphoria is pretty good. I will see about Euphoria, but I definitely plan to watch Napa King of Napa or whatever. Just so afraid, like Lee Daniels and our kind of people have ruined scripted television for me. So now I'm so afraid.
But did y'all like Star? Because I love Star.
I love Star. They need to.
Star was amazing, and they broke my heart when they promised a movie, and I knew we were never going to get it. I knew that we were never going to get it.
But
and I don't know if they canceled it. Like the numbers were pretty good. I don't know how they canceled.
Our kind of people trash.
I can't.
Of the highest form. Like literally, we will come on here just to drag it and have we will come and come on here just to drag it and go in and go off about how horrible our kind of people was. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. So that was what birthday were we at? Kelly's birthday. She done got pregnant. She talked about, when I died now. Y'all know I have been saying all season long I expected Kelly to die. Like I was waiting for them to kill Kelly off. I expected Kelly to die. And they didn't give me the Kelly death. Like now if they would have let Kelly die, I would have gave them a higher grade, but since Kelly ain't died. For real.
Damn.
Double homicide. Let me say.
Right. So she's pregnant.
Hey, Cat Boo.
Girl, you all late.
I had to step away, but that's my boo thing right there, so I had to say something.
And what am I? Chopped liver?
See
what I'm saying?
Cat is the good little brother. You the bad little brother, child.
Right.
I would have loved to see Kelly have her baby. I would have loved to see the baby.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see Kelly in the delivery room giving birth because I just feel like that would have been a whole situation.
That would have been a whole mess.
A whole situation.
Man, let's do the spinoff, like for real. I was interested for like a little, to a spinoff of some character.
Like Natasha Rothwell, she's a really good writer, except she writes for male characters. But I'd love to see her with more stuff that she does. Like she reminds me of Mindy Kaling from The Office.
Okay.
Great writer and so forth. So I could see a lot of good things in Natasha Rothwell's future. Like she's kind of submitted to herself because a lot of people can't write for themselves, like write themselves into a screenplay. Like they are great writers, but putting themselves in it and being able to both act and be at the writer's room is kind of difficult. And so she was one of those people that could do that, kind of like Mindy Kaling did on The Office. So I love to see what she's going to do moving forward. Anyway, we get to Molly's B-Day again. So we're a whole year forward. Molly's birthday. And we find out she got this wig on. This, I don't know what kind of wig that is. It was a little... It was like, I ain't really feel that. I mean, Molly be sickening. Whoever does Molly's wardrobe, baby,
That shirt that Molly had on at Issa's birthday party, the surprise party, that shirt was everything. Like
Molly, all and
Yeah, Molly's always
has a sickening. Yvonne, she has a sickening body, and so they could pretty much put her in anything. And baby, that she's always snatched, but her work looks don't always live up to her other looks. To me, and that week I was like, oh girl.
yeah, that wig was not her friend.
I was like, oh girl. And
Tracy,
you know,
I just found out
I'm
about it
trying to see.
myself,
I'm
but
trying
I'm
to
going to be
see what it
talking about
was.
it.
like I was like, oh. But anyway, we find out that Kelly is there. Kelly works there, and at the firm. And this is when we find out that Torian said, "Oh, this birthday belongs to Toria." Issa said that Torian said he gonna have you for this birthday, but I'll take you out tomorrow, whatever. Oh, but she had that much thought into Molly's birthday, but not Lawrence's. Well, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, that was,
Girl. Anyway, so like I said, this must be when Torian proposed.
question, yeah.
It has to be.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I think
it's
so
all
because she
about
was
her
like,
family there,
because
right?
she was like, Torian said that he got something planned for me, and you won't tell me what the surprise is. Like, so I feel like that absolutely was when he did it.
Mhm.
Well, when I saw the family, I assumed that. I was just waiting for it, and when it never came out, I was like, wait, so y'all just gonna skip over that? Like, an engagement to me is as important as the marriage. Like, I need to know how it happened.
And I feel like they could have took 35 seconds of this episode. It was already an extended episode. They could have took 35 seconds to show us the engagement. You know what I'm saying?
They could have
They
even
could've-
shown us Molly calling Issa afterwards, talking about something.
Right.
You could have told me and her holding
Right.
up the ring and them being all excited. I mean,
We
I'm with
could've
you. I still would have loved to see the moment. But all of us know that is what you do with your best friend. The minute you say yes and y'all kiss and do whatever it is that y'all gonna do, the first person you're gonna call your family, you're gonna call your best friend. And so I feel like, so let me ask you guys this. The more and more we talk about this final episode, do y'all feel like this final episode could have been the final season just in parts?
No, that's what I've been saying this whole time. Every single part could have been flushed out.
She did say,
Yeah.
I did see an interview where she said that she went into this knowing that she only wanted 5 seasons. However, I want to revise my comment in the chat. I said that I would have loved for this episode to be the last season, but I want to tweak that a little bit. I would have loved for this last episode to have been the last season, but every character gets their own episode.
I'm here for that.
Right.
I'm here for that.
2 years, like everybody, we're seeing everybody's life over the span of 2 years from every angle.
I'm
And
here
then-
for that. I'm here for that. Because I still need to know, and I know as a person you don't care for her, El Teddy, but as a character, I feel like we didn't get that with Tiffany. Like we got this
Right.
whole,
And
my
I
life is
can
horrible. I hate it here. Oh my gosh. I can't, y'all are leaving
we
me.
know she has mental
And
issues, and that
We
was the
never
part
got
of-
it.
And
Like,
honestly, y'all, like if y'all pay attention to like
Yeah.
the subtle clues at the wedding, she still seemed a little like I ain't feeling it. Like she
Yeah.
was like, she was
Right. The
happy.
smile didn't quite make it to her eyes. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Like they definitely could. Like if they were gonna do flash forwards, have a episode for each character, and then you do a flash forward where you
Right.
can kind of flush it out, and we can kind of try to connect dots, and then maybe the last 2 episodes, then we can have this,
Yeah.
bring everything together. But that's just the writing teacher, and me putting things together, which is why I can give them a freaking 68. You gonna get this 68 for this finale, and you gonna like this 68 because that's what I do.
And then I would have loved to see the play on what Tiffany said. She was like, I didn't come down here to be a real housewife. Let's see you be a real housewife with them. Like literally on the show, filming, like this is what it's
I
from.
would love to see her relationship with that daughter. Like I feel like she never really had a real relationship with her child. And so even when the child brought the cupcake, it seemed like the rest of the girls were like, oh, and she was like, oh, okay, well, thank you, honey, going back in the house. You know what I'm saying? And so we really need to, kind of understand that whole, but that could have been a whole other thing.
Yeah.
So we find out the night of Molly's birthday, at least I think it's the night of Molly's birthday, because Issa had on the same clothes. That's when Issa invites Lawrence over. And that's when they had the whole thing. and they have this whole Issa wants to give it a try again. She's ready to give it a try because she shows him her office and this, that, and the third, and I guess they decide they're gonna be together again. And that's where I had to pull out the Book of Darkness and drag the writer of this show. Because as a card-carrying member of the Lawrence Hive, you're not gonna know. Absolutely the fuck not. This is not what men would do. Men are not going to do this. We're not going to know. No, absolutely.
Men
not.
absolutely will do this. Maybe not you.
Issa wrote this episode.
Like she wrote it,
but men would do that. Like, what are you talking about? We have all whatever.
What?
Not you. I'm talking about El Teddy. Men would do this. Men would absolutely profess their love for the woman that they love. Like, what are you talking about?
He didn't profess anything. It was her.
And he said, "Are you sure you're ready for this? Are you ready for all this?" Is what he said to her, and she said, "Yes."
Looking at the last episode, the way he was acting with Nathan and all that, I'm like, oh yeah, he trying to get
that was my only issue with the Lawrence and Issa situation is that over the course of 5 seasons, Issa made strides of growth, and Lawrence did this, and everybody was just like, "Oh, he's grown so much," and it's just like he did nothing. He just literally existed for 5 years, and we just.
But that goes back to their horrible writing for male character. They never flushed out Lawrence's character like it could have been.
But I think he did grow.
I think they did. You know, they did Lawrence justice. I mean, everybody else in there, I can't speak for every man in that show, but Lawrence definitely had some decent character development.
Yeah, I think Lawrence absolutely grew.
Come on, every man has his own special.
I think in comparison with Issa, that's what I mean. Like, you got a job.
No, he finally got off his ass and had some confidence and belief in himself. Like,
but he had that. We saw that in season. What was that, 2? That was the season.
But I mean, I don't know. I don't know what we wanted to see from Lawrence. I don't know.
I just wanted to see some accountability, like going back, not even in this episode, but when he was like putting together the nursery and people were like in their reviews, like, "Oh my God, he's really stepping up," and it's just like Condola is doing everything, and he just put up a nursery, like he put up a bed, and it's like
3,000 miles away.
Like, really try. Like, these women are trying, and you're doing like the bare minimum, and it's just
first of all, Kat. I'm a card-carrying member of the Lawrence Hive, and what we're gonna do is have all of this.
I love Lawrence. It's crazy that I'm talking like I actually wanted her to end up with Lawrence. I just want him to.
No, blame the writer. Don't blame Lawrence. You blame the writers because they don't write well.
Well, yeah.
I just think from the Lawrence. I mean, honestly, and this maybe it's me, but I don't see where what we saw from Issa is any different than what we saw from Lawrence. Like, I feel like we saw the same thing. Issa was in that dead-end ass job, having to borrow money from Molly to pay the bills. The only difference is Issa was carrying Lawrence at the same time, but she wasn't in a better space than Lawrence was in. She was just able to get up every day and go to work and not be depressed about it. But they were both in dead-ass situations that neither one of them were motivated to change. Like, Issa was perfectly content going to "We Got Y'all." Like, if they had given her that promotion, her ass would have never quit. She quit because she didn't get the promotion, not because she realized that this was
"We got y'all"
job. Right, we got y'all. You know what I mean? And I just feel like I feel like we saw the same thing from both of them. Both of them finally got some confidence about themselves and got a job and got off their ass and got to be proactive. Like, I didn't see where we got anything different.
I think for me, I came to that conclusion because El Teddy he brought up a good point. We didn't see the character development for Lawrence. We saw him for a good chunk of time, and then we saw him in spots because Issa wasn't dealing with him no more. So maybe he was having those self-realization moments.
We did see it in season 2. We had whole Lawrence episodes.
But after season 2, season 3 and 4. Remember, they were the whole big thing in season 3 where we thought we weren't going. That Lawrence was on the show.
Right? No, I agree.
Came halfway through.
That's true. That's true.
He came halfway through, I think, season 3, and everybody
when
was
they were at Coachella, when they ran into each other at 7-Eleven. I agree, but what I'm saying is, but when we did get back to Lawrence, we saw it.
No, Season 3 or 4. Season 3. No, I take that back. Season 3, we did not see Lawrence. Season
No, that's
4,
not what I said. I didn't say we. I said when we got back to Lawrence is what I'm saying. Then we saw it. We saw him in the job. We saw him working. We saw it. We even saw when he got the job. We saw him go on the interview for the job. Like we saw all of it.
but that was season 2 though. That was season 2.
Okay, I'm not nitpicking the seasons, but you're saying we didn't see it. I'm saying we saw it. That's all I'm saying. We saw it.
I'm with you, Kat. I'm with you, Kat.
I see both of y'all points. I mean, he did develop as a character and as, just a man in general. But I think intellectually, I wanted to see a little bit more. I mean,
really, me is gonna see all of the flowery.
I just want to be sure, I want to be sure that he knows what he did wrong and that we can work on this never happening again.
Right.
Because I need you to own the fact that you know that you were shitty. I was shitty too, and maybe they both need to take accountability. I
do agree with that. I think both of them need to take some accountability. Like the relationship didn't end on its own. Like
Well, even too with that blow up at the party, he was out of line. So where was that conversation at?
Absolutely, he was out of line.
For both interactions, for his disrespect towards Nathan and for that blow up. Like,
I mean, it just gave like high school vibes. Like, when they be saying like little slick shit. I was like,
because that whole. First of all, Lawrence, if you know you got it like that, you don't even need to have the whole conversation about the barbecue, which is why I feel like that was bad writing. Because I don't feel like
I think it was good writing simply because
in real time, like that, in a circle, ain't no women around, it's just a group of men. That's not going down like that. That's not how that conversation.
But I mean, it was very Love Jones. I mean, again, that scene was and I mean, I can't tell y'all what y'all talk about when we ain't around because clearly I ain't there. But that scene was straight out of Love Jones, and so I mean, it's not like we know that men play whose dick is bigger games. They do it all the time.
We do that now. That we do.
They do it all the time. So I don't think that it's that far out of the realm of possibility that they would have the conversation.
My thing about it is, if there was going to be the fight, it would have happened then. When men are in that circle and the testosterone is flying around, it's gonna escalate because now you gotta have a whole pissing contest. You ain't got no women around. Even though men try to impress women, they try to impress other men more than they try to impress women. And what's going to happen is when it's going to escalate. The fight would have happened then. That's what it would have been like. Oh, bro. So what you said, though, bro? Because when he said, "Oh, we moving in together." Oh, y'all could be moving in together all you want, but I guarantee you, if I call her right now, she come over here. You know what I'm saying? There's going to always be this. And so it would have escalated it, and that's when the fight would have broke out. That other,
I agree.
I've seen it coming though. Like the moment when Lawrence wanted to talk to Issa alone, that was like, oh yeah, Nathan about to pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah, Lawrence was wrong. He was dead ass wrong.
He was wrong. Like it just to me, I just was very disconnected by him in that moment because I was just like, you're not that guy.
Right the wrong. She here with him. You can do this at another. Y'all still got each other's number saved in y'all phone.
Right. She ain't moved, bro. She ain't moved.
I said, bitch.
She in that same apartment.
She did call you and try to take you out on your birthday. Like this did happen. So
but this was before that happened after this.
I'm just saying when that happened, I'm just like
that happened before this. She called him before this.
And each other's numbers are saved. That's a red flag.
The fight, you mean the fight at the at Tiffany's party?
Oh yeah. You're right. That happened. That happened afterwards. But they still. That's my point. They still had each other's number because remember she had called him last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. He already remember you called me. Did you mean to call me?
And she hasn't moved. Like you know where she lives, bro.
Yeah. Y'all can do this another place and time.
You could roll up to the house and be like,
right. Yeah.
They had to pull them off each other. I'm like, child, what's about to go? I was so scared for Lawrence. I was like, oh shit, damn.
Even though I said on my review, that circle of beautiful ass black men
That was beautiful. That was a beautiful place to be. That was a beautiful place to be.
You have every shape, color, size of this beautiful black diaspora.
It
And
was
the
beautiful.
testosterone was flowing. Baby, all I needed was some lube and a condom, and I would have been, a box of condoms. We could have went to work.
Oh Lord, Jesus.
We got to go. Notice the box of condoms
You
we
always have to be a hoe. Why you always have to be a hoe?
We always have to be protected. So I say a box
No,
of condoms.
you always have to be a hoe.
Child.
Who are you to judge me?
Who?
A non-hoe?
Exactly. Anyway, so that happened, and we fast forward, we get to the wedding. Now, if anything I can say they don't owe me nothing for, they don't owe me nothing on that wedding. Baby Molly was sickening.
Gorgeous.
Stunning.
That
She was
dress
Gorgeous.
sick.
Yeah.
Nigga. I said, bitch.
They looked beautiful. I don't know what shade of red that was, like a Merlot or something like that.
Baby.
Beautiful.
Oh, the bridesmaids dresses.
Yes.
Thing about that wedding was it looked like a destination wedding, like they had went to Europe or somewhere. Like it didn't feel like it was in LA. I could be wrong, but it looked like it was like a destination wedding.
Yeah, I can see that green screen chair.
Oh.
You know? That's great.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, it was sickening. Now, you know what I think? I think Issa probably used inspiration for her own wedding. Remember, she got married out in Europe. She got married, and her wedding was sickening too. That suit
her wedding was gorgeous.
had on, baby, I wanted that suit her husband had on. That shit was sickening, honey. But it was a beautiful wedding. Everything about the wedding was great and beautiful, and they ain't owe me nothing. They ain't owe me nothing on that wedding. They listen. And then we had the scene where she was taking her dress off, and that's when they took me out. I said, y'all just gonna really take me out like this?
Oh,
and I think
that wasn't Issa and Molly anymore. That was Issa and Yvonne.
Yeah, I think those were real tears.
Yeah, that was real. Like you could, that was real.
Yeah,
that was real.
Yeah.
Like they took me out like this was an episode of Pose or something, because Pose good for trying to take you out.
Yeah, Pose will get you.
Every episode they gonna
like Pose
fucking episode.
But they took girl. So and I think that was our close. That was the end. I feel like that really right there was the end. Mm-hmm. That Issa and Molly scene for me, that was the end. That was all of the stuff that happened after that was okay, but that was the end. I was already over the Lawrence Issa back then, the situation. I was like vomiting in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did anybody else think when she was just sitting over there admiring her friend and Lawrence walked up, I was just like, please don't ruin this by proposing at this woman's wedding.
Oh, I was hoping.
I did think that a proposal was coming.
I'm like, please just go dance.
Please just go dance.
Don't do that. Just don't do that.
Yes. I was thinking the same. I said, please don't do that. Please don't do that one.
You don't propose to nobody.
This wedding was, I thought it'll be a group damn wedding. Her and Issa both get married at the same time. I'm like, dang.
It was like a wedding reception, like all in one, because I don't think it was a different scene. I think because the dance happened during the daylight in the same.
Well, no, remember when they started this scene? It was after the wedding ceremony. Like they said, let us introduce. This is Tori and whatever his last name is. So it was definitely after the wedding ceremony. This was the reception and so forth. So we didn't get that. Of course, why would they give us? They ain't give us no funeral. Why would they give us a wedding?
Yeah.
So I mean.
Oh man.
No, because it's the way you said they ain't give us no funeral, so they ain't.
You know what? I have this uncanny ability. Whenever I'm talking about weddings, I always say funeral I've done that so many times. Like I always do that mix with the words weddings and funerals. And so I talk about somebody's wedding and call it a funeral over, and people be like, "It's not a funeral, it's a wedding." I'll be like, "Oh my bad, wedding." You know what I mean?
I did, I know y'all talked about it already, but I did hate how they breezed over there. Like y'all walked us through this woman getting sick and the building of the will and all of this. Like, we knew her death was coming, and then when we saw it was like she dead next scene, and it's like what?
Yes,
like that hurt.
I wanted to grieve. I wanted to grieve.
We're invested.
That's where my snot bubbles were supposed to be at this good funeral. Baby, we were supposed to be at this good funeral. They were supposed to be singing "Going Up Yonder" or something like that, and I was supposed to be ready to go to glory. Girl, anybody ask you where I'm going soon. I'm going up yonder.
We got nothing.
Give me some shit, child. Anyway, we were robbed of that. And so after this beautiful wedding, the snot bubbles behind the scene where Issa said, "I guess I got to give you up to Torian now. You don't belong to me no more. You belong to Torian." And I was real sad because I was like, maybe one day when I get married, my best friend will tell me that you don't belong to me no more. You belong to your boo thing. It's never gonna happen, so don't worry. But
you belong to them. Shut up. I'm not gonna say that.
What?
None. I'm gonna be nice. I'm not gonna say nothing.
This weekend on my birthday, I'm gonna belong to them screets. That's
what I was actually gonna say.
I'm belong to them screets. Boo.
You better stay out them streets, or Marion ain't playing with you.
Marion, because we don't already see Marion. And Marion got a nice size peen. I will give him that. He do. Even after the circumcision, I don't agree with adult circumcision.
He
but even
needs
after
to for the amount of people he out here fucking. He needs to.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
next guys.
Focus.
Let's focus. All right. So we fast forward to Issa'S birthday, and this is where we see her. She's back in LA. And she leaves the block. And she does this drive-by that's like the closing montage for the whole series. She drives by We Got Y'all. She drives by Rite Aid. And the guy is walking out with the
Best Buy.
You know, and everything. And it's like she drives by the Dunes. And you know, everybody says the Dunes is the Black Hollywood side now. Like you can't
everybody that I know that goes to LA goes past the Dunes now.
You got to go past the Dunes. You have to. Like it's all
really living there.
He made the episode. He is like by far one of my favorite people from this entire series.
Who?
The guy that was outside the Dunes with his daughter, the one who
the crib. I mean the blood.
Not the crib.
Right, the blood that won't say anything with a B in it.
Yeah. So and so we had that. So that
he's a blood. He won't say anything with the word sin it because remember he asked him, he's like, "Y'all want this couch?" He wouldn't say couch. Y'all want this couch?
Not Bopley Big Bookie.
Right.
Mind you had to use the word C to say vouch, but that's a whole other thing. But use letter C to say vouch, but whatever. So that gave us as viewers this closing montage of waxing nostalgic where we could go back through the seasons and all of that stuff. And then she goes to Lawrence's house. We see her put like makeup on. We see the little engagement ring or whatever. She was engaged, so they get married. Mufasa, the Lion King, Elijah Mustafa is
I'm done.
I forgot about that.
That poor baby.
I call it the Lion King. Anyway, is there with Lawrence, and they done made a cake. Because remember, he messed up her birthday way back. Was that episode 1 of season 1 or sometime in season 1?
Yeah.
Remember, she had the birthday. He messed that all up.
Yeah.
Back in season 1, and I felt that was a good part that I would have gave them kudos on if I were, judging their writing. Great circular writing. Well, you took me all the way back, circular writing, and and so forth. And she calls Molly. Molly's in Greece with Torian. They have the broken pussy reference.
I love that.
Right. She was like, "Oh, so you admit now?"
Right, right. And then it kind of goes off from there. Because I know that was episode 1. Broken pussy was episode 1.
That was episode 1.
Yeah.
That definitely was episode 1. And so we get to the end. And so we already hashed out Issa and Lawrence together and how we feel about that. Because they didn't give us a lot. We still need to know how her and Conch Shells is going to, cohabitate. Because if that's the stepmom, how is that going to work out?
Yeah.
And I don't know how that's going to work out. And then
be too bad. I don't see any residual feelings between the two of them. Like even when they try to
call her by her first name. I've never been a fan of kids calling adults by their first name, especially if that adult is close to you, like little boy.
Oh, not little boy.
He was like Issa.
Right, because I'm like little boy. Like even for me, but that's just how I was raised. Like even if somebody was a family member, they had a title before their name. Like if that was my mom's first cousin, that became cousin so and so. Like it wasn't just like I was just calling like but I was a little.
Now you know, Cocktails probably telling that boy, don't call that girl, then don't call her mom.
Right.
Carburetor
this Issa would have been cute.
Let me know what she say. Let me know what she do. Child.
Mm-hmm.
Child,
It's not her.
I mean, the mama is going too far, but I don't think Condola cares like that.
What were you saying, Camry?
I said if not her, then Keke Palmer definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You buck sister. Right.
She is. She definitely is. So let's talk about the series as a whole. For me, this last season was my worst season, my least favorite season of the entire series because I've been enamored. I actually, even though it's not my favorite season, but last season with the drama of last season between Molly and Issa really had me riveted. Like I was like, ooh, and then it kind of came to that big blow up toward the end of the season or whatever. I really was riveted by, like, to me, that and the Lawrence breakup. The Lawrence breakup was easily probably the biggest. That broke the goddamn internet. The Lawrence breakup, and then the Lawrence would blew what's her name back out and had the shirt in the closet. That's when the Lawrence Hive came. That's when we came. They had the Lawrence Hive. But that and the whole breakup with Molly Country, it's so funny how we look so favorably at Molly right now, but motherfuckers couldn't stand Molly.
We hated Molly, yeah.
The real Yvonne Orgy. Remember on the internet before the beginning of this season, where some girl said that she had come in contact with Yvonne Orgy, and Yvonne Orgy was a bitch to her, and there was a whole thing on social media about how of a person Yvonne Orgy was.
Yeah.
And so it's so funny that, at the end of this season, we all looking at her favorably, but motherfuckers couldn't stand Molly at the end of last season. Like really could not.
I was very much ain't nobody no damn angel in that situation. Issa did some fuck shit too.
I was on my side.
I was on Issa's side.
Yeah, me too. I don't feel like she did nothing wrong. Molly was out of pocket.
I felt like Molly was more wrong, but I felt like communication was a big issue between the both of them.
I can go with that.
Because they are sisters and not just friends. A lot of the shit they went through would have been inevitable, or it would have been avoidable. And but I ultimately blame Molly because of the big blow up. This is your best friend's event. I don't care what the issue is. Not here. Mm-hmm. Not here, not now.
Refresh me. What did she do at the best friend's event?
She tried to fight her.
Yeah, that the whole fight.
How did we get there though? How did that start?
Because remember, she had Asian Bae call the dude or whatever.
Artist
Mhm.
to hook up with the artist.
Right.
Nation worked for Live Nation, and Issa needed an artist for her festival.
Right.
And Molly was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna go to him because I don't want to, mix the two."
Well,
Right.
she went to him.
Okay. Issa went and did it herself, and Molly was like, "I told you I wasn't gonna do that."
So she got Nathan to do it. Remember,
Yeah.
she asked Nathan to help her out.
because they were friends.
And that was a whole
Right.
big
And
blow up. It
again,
was
right. And again, I didn't see where, because if you didn't want to do it because you didn't want to blur the lines, fine. I found another way to do it because remember, I'm dating his friend. So I didn't go through you. I didn't put you in a bad situation. I figured it out on my own. And I feel like Molly was mad that Issa was able to do it without her more so than, well, you just disrespected my wishes. No, you didn't want to do it because you didn't want to do it. I found a way to make it happen without you.
That's where communication comes in.
Yeah.
Molly didn't want it done at all.
Right.
Right, but that's not what she
How to
said.
articulate. She wanted to cover it up by saying, "Girl, I
now if
That was
I was a real, like I told you, Molly is my kindred spirit. But me, El Teddy, what I would have did was I would have with my boo. Let me help you understand something. This sucker just called me about this. You better not got that. I don't care how she do it. Do not fuck off and talk about you finna help her do this. I'm not.
But the problem is then why?
Right.
Like if that's your friend and you want to see your friend win, why?
No.
But
But
she
no.
didn't want to see her win. At that
Exactly.
That's my best friend. That sucks.
But
Yeah.
they were, but remember, they was at that point. They were combative at that point. They
Right.
wanted
No,
to-
but
they
it
were, oh my God.
escalated but that escalated the situation.
But by
Yeah.
that point, I think what El Teddy is saying by that point, there was definitely tension. You could
Yeah,
feel
they
it.
were already combative. And if I'm
And
at,
I see both sides. Molly, if you're gonna be a bad bitch like that, then she should have taken El Teddy's route. Outsmart her.
baby,
You know,
if I was gonna be me, I'm going the smart route. Hey, boo, you is my boo. Not you only know this whore because of me. Okay, let me tell you. Let me find out. Did you out here helping her and see how this goes?
Well,
that
I
was
was
a-
team
she
team
only had-
Issa on that one. Sorry.
She only had grace
Issa
at that
too.
time
Even
in
though I
that season. She only had grace for Andrew. She didn't give Issa no type of grace or room
None.
to grow or anything. It was all for Andrew at that time. So that's what was annoying too. It's like you going on trips with him and you mad at him because he can't have certain conversations with his family. You want to cut them off. But Issa just asking you to do a simple favor for her business and you don't want to do that. So it's like your patience has ran thin with her. So I feel like season 4 was my favorite season.
Yeah, it was.
It was a lot of drama.
It was
That's what I kind of want to hear, but it was everything was so Peter King and all. And I was just
Tell me,
Because that's what we got the Lauren,
was I the only person who, like, when, even though Molly was doing what she was doing and she deserved everything she got, when they broke up outside of that house and Issa got into that cab and just drove off, were y'all not heartbroken too? Or were y'all like good?
I'm trying to remember how I felt at the moment. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I've been Team Molly the whole time. So I would have, me personally, if I remember correctly, I was like, okay, girl, well, bye. That's how
Yeah, I think I was like that because Molly had, like I was saying, she had quickly chosen Andrew over Issa. It was like, see, I'm trying like you told me to. Like, hold up, Issa's your day one, and you putting all this on this man you just met. So yeah, in that moment, I was like, well, go on, boom, bam, bye, Molly.
Exactly.
You don't talk about your friends to your man.
Y'all didn't feel bad for Issa, like to be in that moment as Issa, like you got the text of,
oh yes.
Then you're awkward. Then you got to break up with your best friend, and then it's like, damn, the chips.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all ain't gonna answer my question.
Right.
I said y'all be talking to y'all be talking about your friends to your man sometimes, but your friend be making you, because look, we all need somebody to like.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I think the thing about Andrew was he kind of knew. Like he kind of a new man, and you putting it all on him like that. Like, ooh, I can't.
And that's urgent. That little "see, I tried" could have happened after. All right, y'all have a good night.
Right.
Y'all washing dishes. See, I tried. You didn't have to bring it up in the moment. Like,
right.
It wasn't meant for Issa.
But yeah, and even in last episode when Lawrence, that's how him and Crack Pipe got together, and they did they thing, and they That's baby. Everything I mean.
Right.
Oh my gosh, these
Yeah.
names they catch me off guard every time. I'm like, who
I mean,
is that?
girl. So I think season 4 really changed the trajectory of all of the relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like you had a lot that went on last season. And so I was kind of disappointed when we came to season 5 and y'all just like, okay, let's just end this. Everything is good. Da 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 da. I'm like,
Well, that's true, and that's why I think like for this season we had such high expectations because it was like y'all really came with it. And
mhm.
season 4, so now even in the first episode this season when they was kind of acting weird at Stanford, and then they was able to laugh it up and get back kind of back cool. I was like, okay, like we gonna see how they navigate this. But when you look at episode 1 and episode 10, it's just like, wait a minute, like
Exactly. I'm with you 1,000% on that. I was like, because remember, Molly had to have that whole conversation with Kelly about, well, how did you do this? Because remember, we did that with Kelly and Tiffany fell out about the baby shower. Was that season 3?
Yes, I think that was season 2.
Mhm.
2. Wasn't it 2?
No, I think it was 3.
I think it was 3 because Lawrence was there.
Tiffany was pregnant at Coachella.
Was she?
yeah, she
No,
was.
they were all drinking.
Yeah, because remember,
Yeah.
she couldn't drink.
She was the only one who couldn't drink.
Yeah,
until-
remember she couldn't drink or anything.
Always pregnant, Cham.
That was 3.
3 was good. Like every season can stand on its own, except for season 5, and be a great season. Because remember, season 1 is the one that got us, wrapped up in everything. God, season 1 was so good. And then season 2 came right back, and everybody had drawn lines in the sand. You were either Team Issa or a part of the long time. There was no in between.
But season 2 is why I was confused by all of this crap because remember there was that montage of what Issa wanted to happen, and then she woke up and she was knocking at Daniel's door. So I was watching the whole end of the finale of season 5. Like, is she gonna wake up or is this really happening?
Right, like we've been tricked so many times. It's like I don't know if it's real or fake.
And it ain't black and white. It ain't like
Daniel, I should say. They brought pretty much. Well, they didn't bring TSA.
I'm glad they didn't bring him back. I did not care for that man.
So
But
I
I loved Daniel.
Daniel did his fine ass. Yes.
So did y'all really think that Dro was in an open marriage?
We only heard that from him. We
never did get that resolution
from the wife.
Well, remember one time she called and he was like, him and Molly was. And he was like, yeah, I'm here with Molly. And he was like, I gotta go.
But that was his childhood friend. So that's why I'm like, it's not
Right,
like
that don't mean they don't have respect.
From him, not the wife.
Yeah, I don't think they were actually really in an open relationship. I think that's where the divorce came from.
Right.
When his wife found out that she was the only one that wanted a
divorce. Because I'm sure it was somebody else that he was, over there, getting it in with besides his Molly. So where do we go from here? What's our next? Because now we have a void and a vacuum with and I'm afraid that a lot of writers, they have this one show that is their best show that they have, and you wonder, can it get better? So I wonder what Issa Rae, not Issa D, but Issa Rae is going to do to continue to get better and propel herself and things like that, because you always want to be going better and getting high, perfecting your craft. And so I wonder where she goes from here. I also wonder now where we go with our television watching, because since the beginning of this series, we have the explosion of streaming networks, which is expensive as hell, and it doesn't all of the time give you the luxury of waiting week to week. With a lot of these streaming services, here's everything and go from there. Now wait another year.
That's only Netflix.
No, some of the other ones.
Amazon Prime will give you the entire season too, but most people do a weekly episodic release.
Yeah, because they want to get people on the app, like HBO Max. They want to keep people on Disney Plus. They want to keep
Disney
people
Plus
on
is like that every Wednesday.
Netflix. Don't care. They like, go ahead, come on, watch all this shit.
And even
So-
Netflix, but Netflix is starting to kind of get away from that a little bit. Well, no, they're not. I take that back. I
Yeah,
take
they
that
still releasing entire seasons, but they got like
So
one.
I wonder what's going to be the next big thing for adult Black contemporaries, because this is like that adult Black contemporary kind of show, kind of like A Living Single was back in the 90s. Like A Living Single back in the 90s was a show for adult Black contemporaries where it wasn't, it spoke to a generation of people that were like, yeah, I understand that. And so we have that with this, and I wonder what's the next iteration of something where we all just gravitated.
People saying that that show with Megan Good in it, you know, the
Harlem.
The
Yeah.
problem
That's more of
is
the modern
it's not
day
on a
Sex
big
in the
enough
City.
platform.
How do y'all feel about 20s?
I like
I
20s.
love 20s.
I just got into 20s and I really
I
like it.
like 20s, but the problem is they only have like what 8 episodes every like
10. Yeah, they do 10
But I
episodes
feel,
every season.
and that's the
That's
thing.
the same as Insecure.
Sure. I think that they were released. If 20s would have waited just a little bit and it was on while Insecure was off, I feel like it would have popped. But it just kind of snuck in, and I'm like, it's really.
I don't think they promote 20s
That's
enough.
all we got now, so it may pop now.
Yeah.
They haven't promoted 20s enough, and I know they already canceled My Boo. Or, sorry, not My Boo, but they
Well,
canceled.
Lena is putting all of her attention on the Shy, so she's not really
They
giving
canceled Boomerang, so I can't see My Boo Leland. You know,
You like Boomerang?
I just like Ari's character.
Okay.
I would.
I like the Boomerang.
And 20s is on BET.
Yeah, and a lot of
Boomerang
people
was
are watching BT anymore. Y'all ain't got no 106 in Park. Y'all ain't got, you know, a Video Soul. Y'all ain't got
Tyler Perry.
all they
Yeah.
got is Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
and we ain't here for Tyler like that.
Mm-mm.
At
They
all.
need to change networks for 20s.
So, well, we'll wait and see. We gotta find us a new show, y'all, so we can
I
continue.
know.
Well, we said King of Napa or whatever. We'll see how that goes. Well, even if we just have to come on and drag for everything.
And we did say Chasing Atlanta, that's coming out. Well, that's coming out in the spring.
If
Chase
Rhonda-
Atlanta come out I think what, February? I think they pushed it back.
They pushed it back because of the panorama.
yeah, Miss Omarion is messing all that up.
And
Omarion.
I'm definitely here for it. But I'm here. I think King of Napa is debuting in a couple of weeks, so I'm definitely here. I said this, let everybody watch the first episode, and then we can see how we feel about it.
Okay, yeah, I'll check it out.
Because I'm open. I mean, that's kind of where I am now. When I look at a new show I want to review, I'm like, listen, I'll look at the first episode and then I'll see how I feel. Because sometimes after the first episode, I'm like, yeah, no, this ain't me.
Even if we don't do individual reviews, let's at least commit to we're gonna come on and at least discuss the first episode. Because sometimes when you have a collective conversation, you can kind of be talked into, you know what? I ain't think from that way, or you know what? I ain't think about that point. You know what I'm saying? So we'll do that and stuff like that. It's been great. I know I'm rushing y'all through, but I got an 8 o'clock conference call that I'm supposed to be on here.
Okay.
Anyway, y'all in the chat, we love y'all. Anything y'all want to offer up to the chat? I'll start with our guest tonight. Can't write anything to the y'all go subscribe to Camray.
One of the mods, can y'all pull? Is that how your channel spelled? Camray Music TV.
Yeah.
Can one of the mods pull her channel and drop the link in the channel in the chat, please?
Yes, mod, please. Can y'all drop her chat in the chat?
Thank you. I really had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for having me on, and I'm ready to be on some more.
All right. I hope we didn't talk too much because we're used to the banter. So I hope you didn't.
Oh no!
Like double dutch. I hope you didn't feel like you had to try to jump in.
I love it. I love it.
And we do rotate it where it's not just always on one person's channel. So we'll always go around so that subscribers can go and know where everybody else's channel. So it's never on just one person's channel. Like we do rotate it so everybody can get the love and stuff like that. And you can get.
Excuse me, sorry.
So yes, y'all go subscribe to Camera. Anything for them, Camera, before? You get off?
Well, my name is the same on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. I'm also on TikTok. I'm a teacher, so my TikTok name is.
We might have to invite you on Teacher Project 2.0. Me and Really B have a channel and a podcast called Teacher Project 2.0.
Oh yes, let me get on that and
y'all all teachers.
Yeah,
Oh, you're an educator as well? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we could discuss some
yes,
things.
definitely. We got to get you over there. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Some things.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, please.
Oh,
Please.
oh God above.
Hey, what do y'all teach?
The 6th grade English.
I teach high school social studies.
Wait, you teach middle school? God bless your heart.
Ooh.
Well, I used to teach middle school, so I
I
feel
taught middle school
used
for
to-
5 years, so I know all about it.
I taught seventh. I
I
taught
taught
7th and
middle
8th
school
grade. Child.
English. Middle school English for 5 years. Dear God.
That's really cool. I love English. Like I just got out of school. I was in college. English was definitely one of my favorite subjects.
Darren, you got anything for the people?
Just same old. Go ahead, subscribe to the page. It's the Darren Green Show. You can follow me on TikTok. That's Darren Green TikTok. Instagram and Twitter is Darren Green Show. And we're gonna be pushing up the me coming back to my own podcast. We're gonna go and upload a podcast episode on the 7th of January.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, I want to do the 10th, but I'm like, no, let me
Really be take over for me for 1 second, please.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, just follow me on those social platforms, but really just subscribe to the YouTube page. We need some more subscribers.
Yeah.
Kat, what you got going on your channel, boo thing?
Well, first things first, I too am an educator. I teach daily vacation Bible school. And
Wait, you did what? What you say?
I teach daily vacation Bible school.
I know that's right. You better get it in when you fit it in, boo.
Y'all all teachers up in here. Yes. Okay.
No, I'm not a real teacher. I'm not gonna even take that credit. I deal with them kids for 1 hour out of my life. But I too have a podcast, the Kitty Box Podcast. The season 2 premiere is this Sunday at 9 p.m. on my channel. It'll be on YouTube this season, and it's also on all streaming platforms. And that's pretty much it. More content coming out next year. And yeah, that's all. And my album comes out in February.
Oh, okay. Ooh, we're multifaceted.
Sorry.
Yeah. Hey, Chloe. I hope you get better soon, boo. Chloe got COVID. Her and her husband got COVID.
No.
Y'all pray for Chloe. Chloe's another YouTuber. Y'all pray for Miss Chloe. She not. And your butt was live last night. I was gonna come over there and pop you on your hand. You better get down.
Oh,
and
the
rest.
Righteous Gemstones comes back on.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I
on
love
January.
this.
I'm
Y'all
here for
not
here for
watching
all
the
of it.
Righteous Gemstones. I'm gonna need you to get right with your life. I need y'all to go and
The
binge.
Righteous Gemstones is
Please
so
go
good.
binge season 1 and be ready
So
for season
good.
2.
I'll be right there. Dear God.
That thing is hilarious to me. Okay.
Really, B, you got anything before we get off?
Just go over and subscribe. I got this new mic. My sound is so much better. I've been getting some great compliments about my sound, so I feel better because my sound is better. Okay, so y'all just go on over there and see what I got going on. Y'all just go check it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yo, Teddy, what you got going on?
I got a lot. Look forward to much more the politics of it all in 2022. My birthday is Saturday. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll at some point go live on my birthday, and y'all can come through and do it up, and we'll celebrate my birthday on Saturday, and that's it.
Excuse me. Whew.
Okay. Okay. Well,
So,
liquor.
but yeah, we definitely. We'll get a chat going on Instagram. Really be creative chat. You're good at that kind of stuff.
We just add them on to the one that we already have. Or
Yeah, add them to our chat. We already have a chat.
Yeah.
Get it together.
The YouTube creators.
Anyway, as I always say to my subscribers, I love y'all subscribers. Be ready on Saturday. We're gonna be drunk as hell. So happy birthday on tap. Okay. I love y'all. I love all y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They're much obliged. They're much appreciated. As I always say, I love y'all. And I'm so grateful for a wonderful 2021. Y'all have a great new year. Let's do it big in 2022. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. And we out of here.
Bye.